And so from this we've managed to read off the minimum, what we call the lower quartile, which just for shorter we'll call the LQ. The median, always useful values to find. The upper quartile, which we call UQ, and the maximum. All very useful things to be able to find. Now, in fact, we can take this a little bit further. This is another step, maybe a new concept, which hopefully you've heard. You may, well, now we can take this a little bit further. This may be a new concept for some of you, but hopefully not for all. We can now translate this into a box and whisker diagram. Now, if you remember what a box and whisker diagram was, well, we have a line which runs between the minimum and the upper quartile, and a line which goes from the maximum, to the upper quartile, and then we take a box here which covers the interquartile range, and then we take a line where the median is, here, and I'll just no more than a little bit of neatness, maybe cap off the lines at either end with a little short line there. Okay, and we get what we call a box and whisker diagram. The usual thing about box and whisker diagrams is it often gives us a little bit more information, or at least it's a little bit easier to interpret the information. So we could see that in this area here, this is the lower quartile. The lower quartile is much narrower. So if a section of the box and whisker diagram is narrower, then that would mean that it's less spread. So we could say here that the lower quartile is less spread. Sorry, that from the lower quartile to the median is less spread than from the median to the upper quartile. Remember, or you think about, is that each section of the box and whisker diagram looks at 25% of the data. So in here, this is the bottom 25%. This is the lower 50%. Lower 25%, the upper 25%, and this is the biggest 25%, if you like. So the words are a little bit confusing. Now, statistically speaking, this section here is where your anomalous results will be. So the ones that are too low and the ones that are too high. So if we were doing research on populations, we generally would stick to this region of the population. So in terms of this, we would go with approximately, say, 13, the weights between 13 and 38, say, and we would look at those people because they're the people within the central 50% of this data.